Minuz qui con noi che sono degli studenti della Alla evento speciale per due motivi. Primo perché Martin Scorsese ha generosamente accettato di fare un secondo incontro con noi che inizierà fra un minuto, e secondo perché ha accettato con gioia di presentare lo straordinario film di Paolo e Vittorio Taviani, San Michele aveva un gallo. Quindi il programma è questo: inizieremo una conversazione breve dove ci saranno domande tranne una solo da parte degli studenti, quindi chiedo alla stampa di astenersi, e poi ci sarà la presentazione del film. Ed ora Martin Scorsese. Abbiamo un programma molto ricco, la traduzione oggi sarà simultanea, quindi potete sentire eventualmente nelle cuffie. Faccio solo una domanda, la mia, la prima, e poi resto a tutto agli studenti. 2 giorni fa Martin ci hai regalato una straordinaria lezione di cinema in cui hai mostrato tutto il tuo grande amore per il cinema italiano, in particolare il grande cinema classico, e hai spiegato come tu ti senta debitore nei confronti del cinema italiano e come il cinema americano in genere si senta debitore del cinema italiano. Posso capovolgere la prospettiva e chiedere cos'è che il cinema italiano può imparare dal cinema americano? That's the question.
Yes, I know. What they can learn, for me, I think any intercultural exchange is good. It's really, I don't necessarily think one has to, I should say, look to American cinema or British or for style or whatever, but what is it saying about art? Meaning, what is the impulse to make that picture in that way? First, if it connects with you, watch the movie, don't study it, then go and see it again, or if you go and see, use your, whatever, on streaming, whatever, see it again and again and again to discover why you were moved, I think. Why the style of the picture, or the actors, or the interesting use of narrative is something that affected you in this way. No matter what the culture is. And now when we talk about American cinema, I don't really know what we're talking about anymore because there's a very strong divide, I think, in American cinema now at this point, which is pretty obvious.
Tell me about this divide, just a little bit more. You mean Hollywood-made movies, blockbusters versus independent movies?
Yes, in a sense, but that kind of thing we both know is kind of, it's too simple now. It's much more complicated, I think, because we have the ability now, you have the ability now to make a movie on anything. You can make it on your cell phone, you could really, people have done it. So that gives us freedom, it gives you a voice, if you have a voice or if you want to develop that voice. The problem is, how do those voices, and I mentioned the other night, even the younger, the new filmmakers from Italy too, so extraordinary, how are they supported in that sense? What I mean is, it's one thing to make the film, then you got to get it shown. Maybe beyond the computer screen. Otherwise you may be just talking to yourselves. You want to get it out to the world. And it's going to be a struggle and a fight. And I think it's what George Lucas had said for the next 10 years. He said it's like, in terms of the internet, in terms of what we're experiencing now, this new industrial revolution, in a sense, is something that is like a black hole. We don't know where it's going to go. The thing is, you can make the pictures, but you've got to get them out. They have to be seen. They have to be experienced by the rest of the world. As far as the word Hollywood is concerned anymore, I don't know what it is. It's when I came from, we had to break our way in, and it was struggle. It's always struggle, you know. It's always struggle anyway. You make it with an iPhone, it's struggle. But still, this was really, because that was the only place we could get the financing we thought we needed. And so, that Hollywood, we took advantage of the, maybe like, I don't know, the end of the Roman Empire, the sort of the fourth, the 5th century, I'd say AD, where the other tribes took advantage of the decay, in a sense, the decay of the old system of Hollywood. And there were people there. There were studio people there. There were producers there who had a similar mindset and gave people like myself and Paul Schrader and Brian De Palma, gave us some support. Now, it didn't last, but you know, we go from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and until finally, I had to stop. I just completely lost support completely, and had to start all over again with the film called After Hours. You know, to learn how to make the film again without being subject to the extraordinary budgets and you know, hey, look, they give you a big budget. That's a lot of money, and you have a responsibility. Here's the word. I'm the worst person to talk about responsibility, but you know, you try. They got to make some money back. You know, and it goes into other things. But the point is that the blockbuster, whatever you want to call it, is, I don't know if it's cinema. It's something else, isn't it? It's more of a kind of theme ride, a theme park ride. So everybody goes, and you know, it's another kind of experience. What we have to do, of course, is to try to get the individual filmmakers, the individual voices that can speak to a larger audience. It may not be everybody, I can tell you that. It's not like Fellini films spoke to a lot of people, but not everyone in America. Antonioni, the same. Rene, the same, but even less with Rene. It was more abstracted, you know. But there were audiences out there. There were people going on a Saturday night to see these films. You know. So, as I said the other day, Il Posto is a film that the distributor liked it so much, Don Rugoff, that he allowed, had Il Posto free the first day. Anybody can go in and see it at the best theater in New York for independent films. And so, what this comes to really is a changing of the mind, I think, the consciousness of the people in power about a respect and a respect for cinema as art. And I don't mean, you know, one could say, well, art, you mean very slow moving. No, that's not. I mean, Leone's pictures move slowly. You know, it depends on where your concentration is and what you want to say. It's to not let the economic and this new industrial revolution destroy the actual impulse of cinema as art. That's the key. And it has to come from the support of those in power, if you can, or enough agitation against them to make sure that they can. And it has to come from the young.
Grazie, iniziamo con le domande.
Grazie, lanceremo subito le domande degli studenti. Prendo soltanto un minuto per ringraziare Martin Scorsese per aver accettato questo nuovo incontro dedicato in modo particolare agli studenti di cinema. Lo ringrazio non solo per i film